Hi folks, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Greg and this is All Aboot Candles. I'm your self-proclaimed Canadian candle connoisseur, and today it is Sunday. I got my weekly wax wrap up for you. Hope you have all been enjoying your weekend. In the weekly wax wrap up, I like to give you guys a really quick synopsis of all of the candles that I've finished burning this week. And a lot of them are often candles that I've done full reviews for already. So if you want to know more, I will link to some full-length reviews below. But if you are just in the mood to get a rundown on how a whole bunch of Bath and Body Works candles did this week, I'm gonna let you know and give it to you real good. These are all Bath and Body Works candles this week, and that was kind of on purpose. It's still semi-annual sale. It's a marathon and not a sprint, you guys, as Bonnie from Queen of the Girl Geeks always says. SAS is a marathon, not a sprint. And so I wanted to get out a whole bunch of Bath and Body Works candles and reviews for you guys. So that's what we're doing today. And I will start with Love Always Wins. This was released last year as part of the Pride collection. I really do love how they didn't do like a really literal interpretation of rainbows, but sort of this really beautiful, like iridescent rainbow gradient situation. For some reason, this year for Pride, the Love Always Wins collection came out in every type of body care that you can imagine, and a single wick candle, but no 3-wick candles. So this is a candle that's not on the floor right now, and I wouldn't really suggest getting the single wick unless you intend on using it in a small space in a hurricane. But I really liked this one. Nothing groundbreaking or earth-shattering. A very typical Bath and Body Works fruity floral situation. It is golden starfruit, fresh coconut water, and cedarwood heart. I don't pick up on the cedarwood, but there's definitely some coconut in there. The top fruity sort of sharp note is that starfruit. Base is the coconut, and in the middle there is some sort of a floral happening that's not listed in the scent notes, but I definitely do get a little bit of a soft floral in there as well. Performance-wise, it did all right. I'd say that at the height of its powers, the strength and throw was probably about a 7, so that's good. But at about the halfway point, it was just a whole bunch of itty-bitty wicks and teeny tiny flames. Got a little bit discolored and sooty. Overall, technically not the best performing candle, but I did enjoy it when it was going nice and strong and not crapping out on me. Anyways, next up I have Turquoise Waters. This has been one of my favorites for a couple years now. I know it came out last year and I really liked it, and I think the year before also. The scent notes on this are Coastal Waves, Sparkling Bergamot, and Sun-Drenched Musk. Oh, this is just a really nice, pretty aquatic floral. I'd say that the strength and throw is about a 7 to a 7.5. I really enjoyed this candle. It's really nice. It definitely has a presence, although it is not a super flashy in-your-face fragrance. It's just a really nice, lovely sort of outdoor spa type feeling. And yeah, it performed pretty well. It was a nice clean burn all the way down until the wick nickels. Just a little bit of discoloration and sootiness at the end there. Thick ropey wicks. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I'd highly recommend checking it out if this is the type of candle that is in your wheelhouse. I also finished up Pink Bubblegum. What an atrocious jar. I get that they were going for a sort of retro vibe here. This was a limited edition that came out with root beer float. The scent notes on it are rainbow gumdrops, sugared vanilla, and pink spun sugar. It's basically just a really nice, sweet vanilla candle, and I don't mind the fragrance, but burning it, it was basically unscented. I think that when I put it in a smaller space in a hurricane, I got it up to like a 4.5, maybe a 5. but in a medium to large or a more open area, it was just lost, which is a shame because it is a pretty fragrance. I would recommend checking out Pink Gumball from Goose Creek if you are interested in a bubblegum candle that is currently available. Next up, we have Vanilla Coconut Surf. This was one of the first sort of exciting spring candles that came out in this line with Palo Santo and Endless Weekend. To me, this isn't really like a beachy vibe. It is much more a coconut cookie bakery gourmand vibe. The scent notes are sweet vanilla, coconut waves, and beechwood. I don't really pick up on the beechwood. I pick up on like vanilla cake and coconut. Yeah, to me, this is just really a bakery fragrance. It performed quite nicely though. I'd say strength and throw was like an 8 in about a medium space, 7.5 in a more open space. I never really had to put it in a small space. It performed all right. And it was a pretty nice clean burn from top to bottom. It had the thick ropey wicks, but it never really dudded out. And had like teeny tiny wicks and itty bitty flames. It, for the most part, burned quite strongly and nicely. Towards the bottom there, a bit of discoloration in the wax, but for the most part, she did really well. I also finished up a Tiki Beach. This was from Candle Day last year. I really enjoy a Tiki Beach. I think it's definitely become one of the standard standouts in the Bath & Body Works like summer lineup. I think it's been coming out a couple of times every year now for quite a while. The scent notes on it are warm vanilla musk, orchids, and toasted coconut. And yeah, there's definitely a warm vanilla creaminess to this candle, which is what I think separates it from other sort of tropical coconut candles. There's a real depth and vanilla muskiness to it with a little bit of a floral in the mid note. And then that top note is sort of a nice and bright coconut. Yeah, it's really lovely. This performed really well. It had thin core wicks on it, so it was a really nice clean burn from top to bottom. They do mushroom top quite a lot, these wicks, and you need to stay on top of trimming them, but they don't have any real performance or sit issues as long as you keep it to under a 3-hour burn. Towards the end there, a little bit of discoloration, which is pretty typical from Bath & Body Works. I think I ended up putting this one outside for its last burn for quite a while, and I kind of just let it go off, which is why it looks like that. But for the most part, it was really nice. Strength and throw, a solid 8 for sure, and that is in a medium to open larger space. Yeah, I love Tiki Beach. I will probably continue to get one every year. This, for me, is the first really exciting showstopper of the year. Yumi in the Sea. This is one of my favorite new candles from Bath & Body Works. I would say it is in my top 5 right now. I wish that we would see this one on a more regular basis. I do have a backup, and if I ever see this candle again out and about, I will be picking up another one. I love it so much. The scent notes are blue orchid, fresh eucalyptus, and salt water. Oh, this is just a beautifully balanced candle. The top is like a really ozone-y, aldehyde-y brininess. In the middle, you have this beautiful floral orchid scent happening, and there's some eucalyptus in there, but it's not a eucalyptus candle. It's a really nicely balanced candle, and so the eucalyptus just complements everything else that is going on in here so nicely. It's just gorgeous. I'd say that the strength and throw on this was a nice solid 8, and that is in a medium to more open space. It burned really well. I think I must have like moved this candle before it finished settling or something. The reason why it looks like this is completely my fault. For the most part, it was a really clean, even burn from top to bottom, and it didn't suffer from itty bitty wicks and teeny tiny flames. It did really well. At the bottom, I feel like I let it go off a little bit more than I should have, so I did end up with some discoloration. And then obviously, I think I must have moved it when the wax was only half cooled and it got jostled about or something, because I don't know how that happened. And I think I might actually go and put this teeny little bit that's left of it under my candle lamp. Oh, I just love this one. And that's all I have for you today. Those are my Bath and Body Work candles that I finished this week. Quite a few of them. How are you guys doing? How is your Sunday? Sunday nights I usually kind of just relax, maybe run a couple fun errands and hang out with the boyfriend a lot. We're gonna cook dinner, watch House of the Dragon. And yeah, so no super big plans. Let me know what you're up to in the comments. Let me know what you're burning right now. I'll also link to some full-length reviews of these candles. If you could hit me up with a like, a comment, a subscription, that would really mean the world to me. And until next time, let's burn some candles and bitch about it. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.